This is the Oarsman Report. I'm Esdras Melgar. On February 14, a mass shooting occurred in Parkland, Florida. In response, the nation is taking action by honoring the lives of those who were killed. Survivors of the massacre have turned their grief into activism and advocacy. The response was made through social media to advocate for stronger gun laws. A national walkout was then set to be announced for March 14 and April 20. Behind me are 14 empty chairs and 3 empty desks, symbolizing the lives of those 14 students and 3 teachers whose lives were taken away in the massacre.
It's really inspiring, and I was not expecting this much support from my peers and administration. I was originally intending this to be smaller by running it myself, but since the administration helped me, I'm able to do even more. We should have more sensible and comprehensive restrictions on the purchase of semi-automatic weapons, which pretty much every mass shooting has been done with. Like, in some states, you don't even need a background check, or you don't even need to be 21. I think that's ridiculous that it's like that. Like, you could buy a gun before you could buy alcohol in some states, and that just doesn't make sense to me. I also think we should treat it as a public health crisis. The American Medical Association has already called it that, but like, we're not doing a lot of research on gun violence research funding because of an amendment called the Dickey Amendment that blocks funding from gun violence research. And I think that's ridiculous, because if we had more data, we'll be able to have more productive conversations about gun control.
I'm here joined by Mr. Robert Pullen-Miles. He's a district director here at the California State. And Mr. Robert, tell us, why is it important for students to take action across all the nation on this event?
First of all, on behalf of Assemblywoman Autumn Burke, who's the Assemblywoman for the Venice area, you know, it's really important that students take action all throughout this nation, because through your actions, your voice will be heard, not only in Sacramento here in California, but also in Washington, D.C. You have to be active, you have to activate, you have to take action. Only by taking actions will those in Sacramento, those in Washington, D.C. will hear your voice and make legislation on your behalf that's going to put an end to this gun violence, is going to keep our schools safe, and going to keep our children safe. So that's why it's very important today.
I just came today to present all the people, the victims, that 17 victims that died in Florida. Just come see the spirit and see how gun control affects, and try to change our world and try to make gun control better, and stop the violence and stop all these people dying because they don't have any responsibility of dying and not being here, having education. That's why I came today, just to support them and say that we need to make change.
I hope that the kids are inspired to continue the movement, because student voices are the most important voices we have in the country right now, and I hope they take the small part that they've done today and expand on that and really change the narrative around gun reform in the United States.
I think it's about whatever the students who showed up make it to mean, because the idea of this is to inspire other students to protest and stand up and show that we don't think that this is okay.
I thought this event was very important. We may have not known the kids, but it showed us that we can still remember them by showing love and people with shirts and ribbons and supporting their cause. Or I don't know what the cause, but showing that we know and care for them, even though we may have not personally known them.
I thought there was great support from the community. We saw many families come out, neighbors. They brought their dogs, children, brought them out of school to come support at Venice High. I thought that was very important for us to see that. Higher politicians maybe making some changes. We hope for that.
On stage are 14 students and 3 teachers, commemorating the lives of those 14 students and 3 teachers whose lives were taken away in the massacre. I hope this video gave you more insight on the action students at Venice are taking concerning the Florida school shooting. Comment down below what your view is on how America should deal with school shootings. Signing off, this is the Oarsman's Report.